There's just some things, especially in the swim shop, that you don't film. Got ourselves a bit of a dilemma.
Yeah, we never fooled with a clutch on a Harley, and I actually cannot remember exactly how this came off, but there's a spring here. This has got to be pushed in enough to where we can get the snap ring on there. And this hole saw will fit right there enough. And then I think I can screw this in there to push it, but it's a little too deep. So I'm gonna grind these teeth off, which you don't need the teeth pushing up against that anyway. I think that'll give us enough to where we can get this threaded on there and press that spring to get this snap ring around there and get it put in.
We're gonna MacGyver this real quick.
Maybe
Get it back together. Cool.
Took us a while to get the transmission back in.
I know, yeah. There's just some things, especially in the swim shop, that you don't film. And when it's tedious work with a lot of tiny little stuff and gears that have to go to, we don't film that kind of stuff.
Everything I've seen on other stuff, they say get a washer to do this, to depress it. But the way this one's made, it doesn't look like the washer deal works with this one.
Yeah, this is an 87, so.
It's got it on there. I need a 3/4 inch ring.
Yeah.
Something.
Bing! Yeah, no, I don't want to hear that noise either.
I don't know if it's gonna be enough room to do it. This thing in the way. By George, I think we got it. I think it did it.
I think it did too.
A dang hole saw for a clutch tool.
Well, there you go. What size is that, so people know? At least on an 87, because apparently
3.5 inch hole saw.
a 3.5 inch hole saw. So if you got an 87,
Yeah, what?
Every manual we looked at and anything online, you can't find nothing for 87.
Now I tried to find everything I could in the world, and I never saw any kind of. I'm sure there's probably a clutch like this,
But there's.
but what we had to do was compress this spring enough to get this snap ring in here. Well, that hole saw, it had to be big enough to fit here, but small enough for the snap ring to go on the outside of it. And that's the only thing I could come up with.
So there we go. So if you got an 87 and just did your clutches and...
Just as long as I put the pieces back in there the right way.
Correct, yeah. Then this all, in theory, should work.
Yeah.
I don't know if oil's gonna come flying out from under it. It is. It's in the process of doing it now. I'm filming. Because I didn't know exactly what was gonna happen.
Hell, I don't know what's happening. I ain't never done this before.
So, while he's looking at that, I'll explain here. We're trying to get the bike to fire, and we sprayed carburetor cleaner down it because it's just what we had. Just trying to get it to fire off, and it would not do so. We got fire for sure. We checked that with a light and everything, plug wire light, and that we're definitely getting fire. But it seems to be pushing air out of the carb. So that's something going on. We got the top end off. All the push rods and everything looked correct. So nothing was out of order. And just so y'all know, when the guy I bought this from, he said that some hot cams have been put in here. So we don't know if somebody has maybe made an error putting this back together or what, but it is not wanting to run, and we have all the things that you need: air, fuel, and fire, and it is not wanting to do what a motor should do with those ingredients. So we have gone through several little things, and now we're just checking out the cams and gonna see what we can find. But it has been an adventure. We got the transmission back together. First gear, it was missing a tooth. Found that out, so got that back together. Got the clutches back together, and like we said, we thought we were about to hear this thing run, but apparently not. So we have just been at this for a little while.
I'll tell you this, it's not a small block Chevrolet.
Right. With the whole engine debacle, we decided, well, let's use our time wisely. So we mounted up our weld-on prism light. I'll show y'all what this is. I think this was a pipe at one time, but it'll mount like this. But it's one tack holding it on because we wanted it to look like it was floating off of the back of the fender. And I'm about to clean that up now, and we'll mock it up, bolt it on, and show you guys. Alright, so I wanted to paint it first. Just sprayed it with some frame paint real quick and held it in front of the heater. So hopefully I just flashed the paint and it's gonna dry here in the next few minutes. But moving on to other things. Yeah, these are some fancy, cool looking plug wires. Black, red tracer.
I hope I'm cutting enough.
Right.
I think we'll get it.
Shout out to Prism. Prism wire. Let's see. I was too excited. I opened up all this stuff. Got petcock here. That'll be going in. And then they sell this really cool wire, which I'm going to use on my light. You won't be able to see, I guess, a lot of it by the time I get here, but you'll be able to see a little bit. But they sell this really cool wire that matches all their plug wires like that. I got black and red tracer.
They got, man, and everything. I was telling Seth a little while ago, we were opening the packages. I mean, I don't know nothing about motorcycle parts. We just now started fooling with it, but I can tell you this: we've never bought any parts anywhere else. But there is no way it can be better quality than Prisms. There may be somebody out there that's good. I don't know, but there ain't nobody better. I'll promise you that.
Got these bars T-bars. I got the apes just in case on standby, in case, you know, just like I said, first time rider. So if the apes are a little more comfortable and a little more controlling as of now, I might switch them back. But just sitting on the bike, even with these bars, I feel like I got would have a little more control, and I'm excited because I really like this look anyway. So these bars are super, super cool, and makes the front end look skinnier, which is cool with me. So rather than the apes, it's a totally different bike. I'll probably add some time-lapse videos of me painting this, but got the fender and the tank painted. Was just too excited. If you know me, I can't leave it alone. So flat black, it was cool, but I got paint upon cans of paint, and I was already mixing colors and stuff, so got too excited and got this really cool purple. What would you call this? It's like a brownish purple color.
Yeah, it's kind of a brandy wine or something. I don't know.
But gonna relic the tank a little more, but also want to ride and kind of let it get beat up and stuff anyway. It's a Sportster. It's not a show bike. It's going to be ridden. What was that saying? It's going to be ridden wet and put up hard.
Dwayne.
Dwayne
said that.
Watch the video. Yeah, it's going to be ridden wet and put up hard. So not too concerned about if it's got a chip or two in it.
Yeah. Okay. We have finally figured it out. When we thought we had it right the last time, we were messing with it, and I'm a small block Chevrolet guy. I've built I don't know how many small block Chevrolets over the years. So I was kind of basing in my head on like this with the cams. So when we got everything lined up, when we were getting the number one cylinder at top dead center, I could tell this push rod was up. Well, you can see it now. The push rod is up. Well, it's not. But it was showing, so that the front push rod, the exhaust valve was open. So I was like, there's no way at top dead center that valve should be open. Both valves should be closed. So at lunchtime, I went up and I watched another video, and a guy finally showed what we were doing wrong. We were getting the motor at top dead center and installing the cams. That's not the way you do it. What you do, there's a mark on this crank gear here. You can see that little mark right there. Instead of getting the piston at top dead center, you line that mark up with the center line of this shaft for this cam. Then you put the cams in and line all your marks and the dots up. So what we were doing when we were putting it in, we were really not timed right. It was opening the exhaust valve at top dead center, which is, it's never going to run like that. And that's what it was doing initially. We were blowing back through the carburetor. So
that's before we got into the cams and stuff. So it was like it when
When Seth got this bike, it supposedly had a 1200 kit put on it and hot cams put in it. So I think the reason we got it in pieces is because they couldn't get it running because they installed the cams wrong, which I would have done the exact same thing. But now that we've figured it out, we think we're right. We're going to button it back up, wait for a few more parts to come in, some gaskets and stuff, and hopefully it'll run.
All right, I couldn't find a camera stand, so you're actually on the ground right now, leaning up against the coffee cup. But we've been working. It's been the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and now Sunday. It's almost 12 o'clock, technically Monday, but I think the bike's about to fire for the first time. So
we hope. We have no idea what we're doing. We just hope we did it all right.
Yeah. Let's see. I guess key on the carburetor was squirting, so
yeah. I don't know if we need to choke it or not, but get out from the front of it so it don't blow fire out.
Yeah. All right, ready? I'm nervous.
No, I'm not ready.
Okay.
Oh, that's better than nothing.
All right, I think because of the choke, it's going.
Let me see if I choke
Yeah.
this thing.
All right.
Let's see if it'll idle by chance.
All right, I will.
Yeah, we'll get them plugs come in tomorrow. Get the good plugs in it, and then we'll start messing with the time.
What you crying for?
I don't know what it is. Every time, as soon as we take off, my eyes get
Yo.
Hi. What you say?
Why you sad? Why you sad?
Right, hold on, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why you sad?
I got my super common sunglasses on.
there you go. There it is. My 1987 Sportster hardtail chopper. This is the first chopper we have done. I definitely did not do all this by myself. All three of us definitely tackled it and did a couple things to it. And I don't know, it was pretty fun. We all learned a lot, I think, especially me and Dad, because we'd stay down after in the shop and just tinker and wrench and then watch videos and find out stuff. So, but I don't know, we learned a lot, and I'm excited. We already been riding this, do a few errands today, and it actually started raining on us, so that's why it looks all wet and everything. But been riding it, rides really, really good. Y'all will definitely be seeing more videos of it out. But yeah, I love the look. Plenty of Prism parts bolted on it, from the bars, the petcock, the Bristol breather, all the wires, the decorative wires, and then my favorite part, the tail light. That is the coolest. But so shout out to Prism. If you need some cool chopper parts for your bike, check them out. They're actually in Charlotte, North Carolina, so they are local to us, and could not be happier having some of their parts on this thing. But
yeah, you put probably what, about 150 miles on it? Is what we put on it
you
so
think
far?
so? That
yeah,
much?
probably so.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
ride we did last night.
Well, we went how far away is Eden? I mean, there and back, and then we did there's a couple good roads around here. We just been doing loops and stuff, and just been getting used to the bike. But
I would say probably between 100 150 miles we've put on it so far, and it's
and just a couple just tightened the chain one time and just kind of went through it. Everything's fine. If you notice, I didn't film this in the video, but you'll notice that the rear cylinder is different than the front cylinder, and that's because we had a rocker arm jamming up on us, and instead of trying to rebuild it, we got some bushings and we beat those in and we messed them up, and we were like, you know what, let's just find one. So got in touch with some other motorcycle friends, and they pointed us in the right
Campbell
direction.
City Cycles.
Campbell City Cycles, that's right, Campbell City Cycles, and also Evil Twin motorcycle. There's some parts from both of those guys on here, but Campbell City Cycles, shout out to them. They hooked me up. I do have the matching one, but I was like, you know what, that's so cool just having the rear one on there. I might swap it, but who knows, I might. With knowing me, I'll probably run it like this forever. But I could not be happier. This is like I said, my first bike, and I'm ready to put some miles on this thing. But all that being said, thank y'all for watching. Check out OK Recycling. In fact, I think there's some OK Recycling metal on here that was used when we picked up some sissy bar pieces.
I believe Tim from OK hooked us up on this coil.
Yeah, the coil, the shifter,
the front brake caliper.
Yeah, he had some parts. So you know, they not just recycling. Check out their eBay store, they got tons of stuff. So but yeah, them, and also who else? Renegade Graphics and Renegade Keys. They make all of our merch, so if you need some merch or anything like that, hit them up. But also check out Swim Shop merch. I'll leave that link below. You can buy a shirt, support the channel, and I think that's it, right? Let's see, what's another sponsor? I'm on the other side of the camera half the time.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to think. I think that's it. But y'all just keep watching, liking, subscribe if you haven't, and appreciate y'all watching, and y'all will see us in another